We made it. We made it through another summer. This is the preview for Texas, El Paso, and our University of Oklahoma Sooners. Before we get to there, though, we have to go with the Sooner Stumper of the Game. The man behind me, Lincoln Riley, right there in the side of my helmet, 30 years old. He's the youngest OU coach. No, he's not. He's not the youngest OU coach. Do you know who the youngest coach is? Here's a hint. In history of OU football, here's a hint for you. Is that there are two of them, and they both played Texas in the Cotton Bowl and never beat Texas in such Cotton Bowl. And this is way early in the days of OU football. We'll get to you the answers coming up next. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. To answer the question, you go from the current coach to the first ever coach. That's right. That would be John Hartz, the first coach at OU. He lost 11-0 in the Cotton Bowl, as did Fred Roberts losing the Cotton Bowl 12-6. They were both in college at the time, meaning that they were probably between the ages of 18 and 22. So, you thought that P.J. Fleck was young when he was the head coach at Central Michigan? You thought our guy Lincoln Riley was young? Try coaching and being a player on the team the previous year. That's what those two guys did in college football. What about the youngest coach currently in college football? Well, he's going to have to play his first game in Norman at Owen Field, so in comfortable confines, against the UTEP Miners of El Paso. A record that Oklahoma, by the way, actually owns a 3-0 ratio over. Oklahoma stomped them 68-0. Back in 2002 in Norman. Now, if you'll remember that game, not only did they stomp them 68-0, it could have been worse. But they were in less than gracious conditions, if you will. It doesn't look like this one is going to be as bad. But it is only Sunday, so we'll have to get to that later. The closest game that UTEP has come to playing with Oklahoma was a 24-7 win over UTEP at UTEP back in 2012, Landry's senior year. This year's version will be played on Saturday, September the 2nd, on Fox at 2:30. On the play-by-play, looks like it's going to be Joe Davis, Brady Quinn out of Notre Dame, and on the sidelines will be Bruce Feldman. Bruce was actually the sideline commentator. Last time Oklahoma played a home game against Okie State. Or you can listen to our bunch. Toby Rowland on play-by-play, Merv Johnson doing color. Merv still doing color, even though he's stepped down from his football duties, not stepped down from his play-by-play duties. And helping him on the sidelines, Chris Plank from Sports Talk 1400. And also from Sports Talk 1400, Teddy Lehman, number 11, for you early Sooner followers of the 2000s for Stoops. Football remotes. Coach's Cabana is actually at Louis' barbecue. WWLS star Mark Rogers helps Barry Switzer and Thomas Lott. Usually, they are actually at the Louis in Norman on Campus Corner. They do all the home games there. So this one, the pay-per-view game here in a few weeks, they'll do them all with their own commentary to the game. There. Also on Campus Corner, at Balfour Norman, that's where Sports Talk 1400 hangs out. The voice of the Sooners, Toby Rowland, sideline analyst Chris Plank, Teddy Lehman, all those guys are there. WWLS is across the street at the O'Connells. And Franchise 107.77 is also on Campus Corner. They're over there by Hertz Donuts, a little bit more further down. They also have an official OU tailgate party for everybody, kid-friendly and all, and that's across the street from the Caslin Fieldhouse. The Oklahoma Sooners. Now, these are stats from last year, not this year because they haven't played a game yet, hint, hint, hint. But last year, Baker and company averaged 43.92 points per ball game. That was 5th best in the country. Yards per ball game was at 554.77, 2nd best in the country. Defensively, points allowed per ball game was at 28.85. That is 104th in the country. But yards per game defensively, 432.0, 182nd in the country. But those last two are kind of skewed because of all the yards and all the points and all the jibber jabber that was scored at Texas Tech that night. After that game, they really cleaned up defensively. After that, their head coach, Lincoln Riley. Lincoln is a Texas Tech grad. Didn't ever play there at Texas Tech, but was there from 01 to 05 as a kind of a grad assistant. First season at Oklahoma, 0-0 was his record. Last year, however, the Oklahoma Sooners took, of course, an 11-2 record and a 9-0 conference record to win the Big 12 outright. Bowl record under Lincoln Riley, 0-0, in that they haven't had a game under Lincoln Riley. No bowl appearances for Lincoln Riley yet. Conference or divisional titles since 2000. First, the divisional titles. 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004, 06, 07, 08, and 2010 as South Division champions. What about the ring that goes with the bling bling? When they came away with everything in the Big 12, that happened quite a lot. Actually, officially 10 times since 2000, including the one in 2000. They went back in 02, 04, 06, 07, and 08, 2010, 2012, and then back-to-back last 2 years, 2015 and 2016. The UTEP Miners are their opponent in the first game. UTEP averages 26.33 a ball game, 26.33 points per ball game. That is 145th in the country. Yards allowed per ball game is at 369.17. That is 173rd in the country. Defensively, points allowed per ball game, 34.92. That is 212th defensive in the nation. Yards allowed per ball game, 419.17. That is 159th in the nation. Under the leadership of former UTEP player Sean Colger in his 5th year with UTEP, was a UTEP player in 84 to 88. is in his 5th year coaching his alma mater, including a 18-31 winning record. That is overall record. That is 580. Sorry, 580 is the winning percentage. Last year, there we go. Overall, 4-8, 2-6 in the West Conference division of the Conference USA, 6th in the division that is in West USA division. The bowl record for UTEP, 0-1 in bowls. Conference titles since 2000. You got one in 2000. That's when they tied with now member of the Big 12, TCU. They were both in the WAC. All right, guys. Before we end this, I have to say this right now. If you guys didn't see the ESPN 360 episode this morning, it's pretty good. It's got a couple of former Sooners on, a former Sooner and a current Sooner on it. Baker Mayfield talking about his off-the-field transgressions. And Dixon, who played at Oklahoma in the in 85, part of that 85 team, could have been a 3-time All-American, a 3-time national champion, plenty-time All-American. Ricky Dixon, now dealing with ALS after spending some time in the NFL, and about that situation that he's caught up in now. It's actually pretty interesting. That's you can find it actually on the ESPN.com website. If you missed it this morning, it was actually pretty good and very educational. And it's pretty cool that both are having to do with Oklahoma football in that case. I do have to tell you the Dixon part is very eye-opening, and it's very it's hard to watch for some people. So just be aware of that. All right, guys, it's gonna be fun this week. I'm gonna try to make it through this week. Do another video Sunday. Review and preview. After I do the preview, Monday I'll be all good. Tuesday I'm off on my vacation. Eventually going to end in Columbus, Ohio. A big bucket list deal. So I'm ready for that. Always ready for something fun like that. Hopefully come home with a win too. That would help. All right, guys. Got to get through this one first against UTEP. So be there or be square. 2:30 live from Owen Field as the back-to-back Big 12 champions welcome in a new king to the reign of the throne at the University of Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley. All right, guys. Had a lot of fun today. Hopefully have even more fun next weekend. Until then, guys, I love you guys. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care. I'm out of here. I'm running to the gate.